right, good afternoon, friends. Today we're joined by Ben Gentry, better known as Seminole Custom Calls, and we're going to be talking about a mobile hunting setup. Now, a couple of years ago, I was teaching a turkey learn to hunt class with Ben, and he introduced me to his method of setting up for a turkey hunt. It's not an end-all be-all method or technique to set up, but it is an alternate for when it gets in the nice warm May days of eastern North Carolina hunting. So before we get into that, we're going to talk about some of the calls that Ben has brought today that he makes for Seminole Custom Calls.
So this is two calls I'll be carrying in the woods this year. It's two I've made kind of recently. This one, it's a walnut glass over glass, and then I've got a Padoot that's black slate over glass. And then another thing I started making recently that has been just absolutely deadly in the woods for us. It's a trumpet call. So for those that aren't familiar, it works similar to a wing bone. It's a suction type call, and it's just another tool for your tool belt that kind of just gives them a different sound, gives you a different option to throw at them when they've heard everything else on some of the tough public ground that we hunt.
Awesome. I'll tell you what, why don't we go outside and we'll show everybody how you set up with your turkey, your mobile setup.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so there's going to be one key difference between how me and Ben go into the woods, and the first one being, or the only one really being, that he carries his pouch with all his calls because he's got hundreds of them in there, and I just run a chest rig that I break down because it's modular, and I break it down and use it again in deer season. So we're going to let Ben explain this. I got into it because I would sweat through all of my camo on the warm days of later turkey season here in North Carolina, and I just liked how light and fast it was when you're moving on birds. So go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, so like probably most of you guys, I started off with a vest when I first started turkey hunting, and the first thing that you kind of notice with a vest is if you wear it long enough, you sweat through it pretty quick. Hunting in the mountains in Tennessee growing up, it didn't take long to sweat through that. So when I kind of developed a little bit more of my style of turkey hunting, and I like to run and gun a lot, so the more I started tinkering with things and kind of figure out how I wanted to hunt, I kind of adapted to this style, which this is a Glenda Green Minimalist satchel that she makes. It holds multiple calls. I've got a couple box calls, a couple of my pot calls, and then multiple strikers, and I can carry a little bit of rain gear in the back. It's got a zipper in the back here that I can kind of carry some extra stuff. But I mainly went to this to kind of be lighter, to where I can be a little bit more agile and move through the woods a little bit quicker instead of having to be so cumbersome with a vest. And to me, this is just a lot easier to carry and pack in and out. So I kind of do things a little different. It kind of depends on the situation I'm going to be in. So I'll either use this inner tube seat that Glenda Green makes. Like I said, it depends on the situation. If I know I'm going to be kind of set up and I've got a stubborn bird that I've been working for a couple days or something like that, and I know it's going to take patience to kill him, then I'll probably bring out this gobbler chair. I like this because you can kind of just throw it down. You don't have to worry about having a tree to lean up against, and it's kind of a comfort thing. This is a whole lot more comfortable than being sitting on your butt long enough. Everyone knows you sit long enough. There's no pad that's just super soft that's going to last long enough to where your butt doesn't start hurting eventually. With this, I don't kind of get that fatigue, and I can literally throw it anywhere. It's a little bit more cumbersome to pack, but I think it outweighs all the things that I think the good outweighs the bad with it.
All right, so that's all for today's mobile turkey hunting video. I'd like to thank Ben Gentry from Seminole Custom Calls. You can find him on Facebook. You have any websites up yet?
No, I haven't made a website yet. The main thing I do is I run my Facebook page, which I'm kind of slacking on that a little bit. But the easiest way to get in touch with me is on my personal Facebook page, which is just Ben Gentry. You can contact me there if you're interested in getting a call, and I can provide sound files or basically answer any kind of questions you have about calls, or just if you want to talk turkey in general. Don't be afraid to ask questions.
And one key takeaway from what Ben talked about today is this isn't the only way to do it. It's just a way that we like to do it. And I use the Boggs snoot seat, and it has a strap on it, so I can go cross shoulders with it, and I run it when I'm going through the woods. I'll have my shotgun in my hand, and all my calls will be right here. So it's very modular, very easy to get through the woods. So I hope you guys find this useful coming up turkey season. And if you got a need for a new call, please hit up Ben. They're fantastic. It's what I use. And as always, God bless you, stay safe, and happy hunting.